Bravo, well, let's make a start, eh? Up and over to glory. Last one in Berlin's a rotten egg.
Permission to speak, sir.
Granted, with a due sense of exhaustion and dread.
I have a cunning plan to get us out of getting killed, sir.
Oh, yes? What is it?
Cooking.
I see.
You know Staff HQ's always on the lookout for good cooks. Well, we go over there, we cook them something, and we get out of the trenches that way.
Baldrick, it's a brilliant plan.
Is it?
Yes, it's superb.
Permission to write home immediately, sir. This is the first brilliant plan a Baldrick's ever had. For centuries we've tried, and they've always turned out to be total pig swill. My mother will be as pleased as Punch.
If only she were as good-looking as Punch, Baldrick. There is, however, one slight flaw in the plan.
Oh.
You're the worst cook in the entire world.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There are amoeba on Saturn who could boil a better egg than you. Your filet mignon in sauce béarnaise look like dog turds in glue.
That's because they are.
Your plum duff tastes like it's a molehill decorated with rabbit droppings.
I thought you wouldn't notice.
And your cream custard has the texture of cat's vomit.
Again, it's...
If you were to serve up one of your meals in Staff HQ, you'd be arrested for the greatest mass poisoning since Lucretia Borgia invited 500 of her close friends round for a wine and anthrax party. Now we'll have to think of a better plan than that.
Right, how about a nice meal while you chew it over?
What's on the menu?
Rat. Sauté or fricassee?
Oh, the agony of choice. Sautéed involves?
Well, you take the freshly shaved rat and you marinate it in a puddle for a while.
For how long?
Till it's drowned. Then you stretch it out under a hot light bulb. Then you get within dashing distance of the latrine and you scoff it right down.
So that's sautéing. And fricasseing?
Exactly the same, just a slightly bigger rat.
Well, call me old Mr. Unadventurous, but I think I'll give it a miss this one.
Fair enough, sir. More for the rest of us, eh, sir?
Absolutely, Private. Tally-ho, boff, boff.
Hello, the Savoy Grill. Oh, it's you. Yes. Yes, I'll be over in 40 minutes.
Who was it then, sir?
Strangely enough, Ulrich, it was Pope Gregory the IX. Inviting me for drinks aboard his steam yacht, the Saucy Sue, currently wintering in Montego Bay with the England cricket team and the Balinese goddess of plenty.
Really?
No, not really. I've been ordered to HQ. No doubt that idiot General Melchett is about to offer me some attractive new opportunities to have my brains blown out for Britain. What do you want, darling?
It's Captain Darling to you. General Melchett wants to see you about a highly important secret mission.
What's going on, darling?
Captain Blackadder to see you, sir.
Ah, excellent. Just a short back and side today, I think, please.
That's Corporal Black, sir. Captain Blackadder is here about the other matter, sir, the secret matter.
Ah, yes, the special mission. At ease, Blackadder. Now, what I'm about to tell you is absolutely tip-top secret. Is that clear?
It is, sir.
Now, I've compiled a list of those with security clearance. Have you got it, darling?
Yes, sir.
Read it, please.
It's top security, sir. I think that's all the captain needs to know.
Totshots, let's hear the list in full.
Very well, sir. List of personnel cleared for Mission Gainsborough, as dictated by General C.H. Melchett. You and me, darling, obviously. Field Marshal Haig, Field Marshal Haig's wife, all Field Marshal Haig's wife's friends, their family servants, their family servants' tennis partners, and some chap I bumped into in the mess the other day called Bernard.
So, it's maximum security, is that clear?
Quite clear, sir. Only myself and the rest of the English-speaking world is to know.
Good man. Now, Field Marshal Haig has formulated a brilliant new tactical plan to ensure final victory in the field.
Ah. Will this brilliant plan involve us climbing out of our trenches and walking very slowly towards the enemy, sir?
How could you possibly know that, Blackadder? It's classified information.
It's the same plan that we used last time, and the 17 times before that.
Exactly. And that is what is so brilliant about it. It will catch the watchful Hun totally off guard. Doing precisely what we've done 18 times before is exactly the last thing they'll expect us to do this time. There is, however, one small problem.
That everyone always gets slaughtered in the first 10 seconds.
That's right. And Field Marshal Haig is worried that this may be depressing the men attached. He's looking to find a way to cheer them up.
Well, his resignation and suicide would seem the obvious.
Interesting thought. Make a note of it, darling. Take a look at this. I'm sure you know it. King and Country.
Ah, yes. Without question, my favourite magazine. Soft, strong, and thoroughly absorbent.
Stop, old Blackadder. I thought it would be right up your alley. Field Marshal Haig's plan is this. To commission a man to do an especially stirring painting for the cover of the next issue, so as to really inspire the men for the final push. What I want you to do, Blackadder, is to labour night and day to find a first-rate artist from amongst your men.
Impossible, sir. I know from long experience that my men have all the artistic talent of a cluster of colour-blind hedgehogs in a bag.
Well, that's a bit of a blow. We needed a man to leave the trenches immediately.
Leave the trenches? Yes. I wonder if you've enjoyed, as I have, sir, that marvellous painting in the National Portrait Gallery, Bag Interior, by the colour-blind hedgehog workshop of Siena.
I'm sorry, are you saying you can find us a man?
I think I can. And might I suggest, sir, that having left the trenches, it might be a good idea to post our man to Paris in order to soak up a little of the artistic atmosphere, perhaps even Tahiti, I don't know, so as to produce a real masterpiece.
Yes, but can you find the man?
Now I know I can, sir. Before you can say sunflowers, I'll have Vincent van Gogh standing before you.
No, don't stop, sir. It's coming. It's definitely coming. I just wonder whether 2 socks and a hand grenade is really the sort of thing that covers a king and country are made of.
There will be when I've painted them being shoved up the Kaiser's backside.
Now, this is interesting.
What is?
Well, Private Baldrick is obviously a bit of an impressionist.
The only decent impression he can do is of a man with no talent. What's it called, Baldrick? The Vomiting Cavalier?
No, sir. That's not supposed to be vomit. It's dabs of light.
No, it's vomit.
Yes. So, why did you choose that?
You told me to, sir.
Did I?
Yeah, you told me to paint whatever comes from within. So I did my breakfast. Look, there's a little tomato.
If only I'd paid attention in nursery art class instead of spending my entire time manufacturing papier-mâché willies to frighten Sarah Wallace.
You know, it's funny, but painting was the only thing I was ever any good at.
Well, it's a pity you didn't keep it up.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did, actually. I mean, normally, of course, I wouldn't show them to anyone because they're just embarrassing daubs, really. But, you know, they give me pleasure. Embarrassed to show them to you now, as it happens. But there you go. For what they're worth. To be honest, I really should have my hands cut off. I mean...
George, these are brilliant. Why didn't you tell us about these before?
Well, you know, it doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet.
You might at least have told us you had a trumpet. These paintings could spell my way out of the trenches.
Yours?
That's right, ours. All we have to do is paint something heroic to appeal to the simple-minded Tommy. Over to you, Baldrick.
How about a noble Tommy standing with a look of horror and disgust over the body of a murdered nun what's been brutally done over by a nasty old German?
Excellent. I can see it now. The nun and the Hun.
No time to lose. George, set up your easel. Baldrick and I will pose. This is going to be art's greatest moment since Mona Lisa sat down and told Leonardo da Vinci she was in a slightly odd mood. Baldrick, you lie down in the mud and be the nun.
I'm not lying down there. It's all wet.
Well, let's put it this way. Either you lie down and get wet, or you knock down and get a broken nose.
Actually, it's not that wet, is it?
No.
Well, are you going to be then, sir? The noble Tommy?
Precisely. Standing over the body of the ravaged